So I got the new Arthas hero, so I wanted to play a Paladin deck to show it off. And I was just thinking about Paladin cards, and I was like, what does Paladin do? They like to buff shit, right? And what kind of stuff is nice to buff? You like Devilsaur Eggs and Skelemancers, those are good buff things. And Paladin, of course, has Spikeridge Steed because it's such a good buff card. But then what do you do with your Skelemancers and your Devilsaur Eggs when you don't get your buff cards? You play Ticking Abomination, the 4-mana 5/6, and then if they kill it, your other Deathrattles pop and then you get big dudes. And if you don't have your Deathrattles, then you just get to play a 4-mana 5/6 and beat their ass with it. And then if you've got like Ticking Abomination and Skelemancer on the board, and they're just trying to leave it up, and then you just slam a Blessing of Kings on your Ticking Abomination and you smack them for 9 damage. So yeah, I mean, that's a thing, I guess, right? We're also playing Spellbreaker because sometimes you don't want your Ticking Abomination's Deathrattle, so you just get a 4-mana 5/6. I also thought about playing the Defias Cleaner, I believe it's called. But this guy costs 6 mana, and I've got a lot of really heavy stuff in my deck, so we settled for Spellbreakers. And also it's nice that Spellbreaker doesn't have to silence exactly a Deathrattle minion, so if you have like a Skelemancer and a 1/1 on the board, then you can just silence your 1/1 if you need to tempo out your Spellbreaker or something. And there are a lot of non-Deathrattle things you want to silence, like Druid Taunts. We've also got Spirit Singer Umbra. It has synergy with the Devilsaur Eggs. It has a little bit of synergy with Tyrion and some with Arthas. And speaking of Arthas, we're playing Arthas, the hero. So let's go for some hot Warcraft lore. Arthas is like his dog or some shit, right? I think that's true. And then we got Lich King because he's the Lich King, I think. And I think he gets killed by Tyrion or some shit. I don't know. I've never played any Blizzard game other than Hearthstone. And we've got our own Death Knight because this guy turning into a Death Knight's probably thematic, right? Even though the Death Knight is Uther, but let's not talk about that. And then there's also N'Zoth because there's like Deathrattles and shit. When you play N'Zoth, you get back like Tyrion, who has Divine Shield. You get back things that don't mind if they die to Abomination, and then you get back your Abominations, of course. So in the front half, you have a bunch of power with N'Zoth and Abominations and maybe a Tyrion. And then if they kill those, they pop your Skelemancer Deathrattles and shit, and then maybe it works out. And sometimes you get Arthas and you get a sick Death Knight card. Yeah, I guess it's like a control paladin or something, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to put Ticking Abomination in the deck. I wanted to play the new Paladin hero. And I haven't really done a proper set of videos with Uther of the Ebon Blade yet, so I guess here's the Paladin installment of the Death Knight series. And some of you may be struggling to get the Arthas hero. If you don't know, you get it from defeating the Lich King with every class. So I'll just run down a quick tutorial on how you beat him real quick. This applies to almost all the classes. So you click on your search bar down here. If you're not clicked on it, it says search, so that's how you can identify it. So you click on that, and then you type Murloc, like that. And then it doesn't matter what class you're playing. Oh, you want to be in Wild for this. Okay. Our deck's not Wild, but this is just part of the tutorial. You want to be in Wild for this. You search for all the Murlocs, and then you just start clicking on shit. And then you put like, I think 27 Murlocs is the optimal package for like every class almost. And then you have to find like 3 class cards, but none of those matter. And then you go fight the Lich King, and you get a decent curve, and you kill him on like turn 4, turn 5, whatever. Pretty easy. But anyway, this deck doesn't have Murlocs. It's not Wild. It's playing Ticking Abomination.
Arthas versus Malfurion. I must protect the world. For Lordaeron.
Alright, we got our Abomination. Do we want to keep Rallying Blade in case he's aggro? We really want Devilsaur Egg, or even Doomsayer. I think we'll toss it. He had no turn 1 play, so my guess is he's Jade Druid. Oh my god, we got the curve. I think we're gonna play Doomsayer here and then just coin out the Abomination. It's not like Jade Druid can deal with a 5/6. And then we slap Blessing of Kings on it, and then he dies. Easy.
You are past redemption. The end is coming.
Who plays Doomsayer? But this is why we have Blessing of Kings.
magic shall
No, he plays Spellbreaker. I still get a 5/6 out of it though, that's not bad, right? Right? Let's get him for 5. I don't really think I get punished by making him trade the 4/3 in. I think I just get more damage doing it this way. Ultimate Infestation. Well, hard to play around double innervate into Ultimate Infestation. I guess that was the punish for not trading in. I'm just gonna throw out Doomsayer here. He can kill my egg and let the Doomsayer go off, which would be a bummer. But I'm pretty sure he's just gonna kill the Doomsayer and then we can land a Bone Mare next turn. Wow, he's actually gonna let the Doomsayer go off. I mean, that's also fine with me. Tempo Umbra. Okay. Don't have any death rattles to take advantage of Spirit Singer Umbra, unfortunately. How hot would Tyrion be right here? Let's still just go ahead and Bone Mare. That's a 7/5 Spirit Singer Umbra that he has to deal with. No second UI, please. Spreading Plague, sure. And the Doomsayer. Well, we can play our Scalamancer into that. There's no way for us to kill the Doomsayer, I don't believe. Could have also taken the turn to develop Uther. But I like getting the 8/8 on the board. So if I go Pyro, Consecration, Blessing of Kings, he has a 7/3 Coon, and I have an 8 or a 12/10 thing. What if I just make my guy real fat and play Blessing of Kings plus Spike Ridge Steed? Alright, let's take the time to play our Death Knight. Kills this thing off pretty cleanly. He can trade into my skeleton now, but it has to be both of these guys. We've got our weapon in play and we can start threatening with this hero power. And a quality pickup here would be nice. I'm afraid Ticking Abomination's probably not quite gonna do it. How fat can we make this? Make it a 7/12? That's actually kind of hard to deal with. Let's see if he can deal with the 7/12. Needs to find 3 more damage somehow. And even if he finds it, he still has to trade in both of his guys. Second Ultimate Infestation would be the Nightmare here. Actually, it's probably pretty lucky for me that he didn't have it. Doesn't have too many cards left in his deck. Oh god. Okay, so say I slap a Blessing of Kings on my guy. He goes up to 14 health. It's not like he can really face tank that. I could even play a Pyromancer, deal 1 extra damage to this and kill this with the weapon, so he only has 10 and this has 13. I have to leave Fandral up, but I've seen Double Nourish. He's got Jade Idols though. And as deep as he is in his deck, I probably don't want him shuffling a bunch of Jade Idols.
Frostmourne calls. The end draws near. No peace, no rest.
Smack him for 11 here. Yeah, we already have a Pyro and a Consecration, so I think we can afford to waste 1 Pyromancer. You gonna face tank this? Down to 4 HP. No Earthen Scales, please.
There is only my justice.
We got him! Ticking Abomination OP.
Arthas versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
For Lordaeron.
Well, we're not gonna keep Skelemancer without Ticking Abomination. That would just be silly.
Wow.
You are past redemption.
The light shall burn you.
Hail and well met.
Greetings.
I kinda like the look of that turn 2 hero power play, so I'll do it too. Oh, the turn 3 hero power though.
A misstep.
I don't know if I can get behind the turn 3 hero power, so I think I'll play out a Devilsaur Egg. We don't have our Ticking Abomination, unfortunately. Oh my god, this is the Ticking Abomination hand, where is he? So we can't play Arthas against Priest,
Greetings.
because then he plays Potion of Madness and we feel bad. But that's kind of true about Skelemancer too.
What would Uther do?
Greetings.
Kind of true about my Devilsaur Eggs.
Holy light.
We're just gonna play Arthas. The main punish for it is they Potion of Madness and trade it into one of your dudes, but I don't even have a dude big enough for that to happen. If he wants to Potion of Madness plus Shadow Word Paint it or something, then I'm okay with that.
Not quite what was planned.
How many cards in his hand? Alright, so now I played a thing that he can Potion of Madness this into, but if he does that, he's giving me an 8/8, so I think it's okay. Or if he's doing it to my Skelemancer, then he's giving me a Death Knight card. Okay, that's bad. That is a poor result for me. Looks like he might be a big priest, so Sunkeeper Tarim is probably pretty valuable as removal. Let's just drop another Skelemancer here. The classic turn 7 do nothing? Feels priest, man. We could make a dude and coin out Sunkeeper here. We wouldn't be using it as removal in that instance. But we make a really big board if he Dragonfires. He leaves me with an 8/8 and a 5/5. But then I want to play Lich King, and if he has Shadow Reaper Anduin, I get really, really fucked. I mean, we're not obligated to play Lich King.
What would
I just make a dude and play Spike Ridge Steed.
reporting for duty?
I think I like this line of play. It applies a lot of pressure.
Wow.
You are past redemption.
Well played.
I think it's pretty hard to punish this play. Can't really think of a card off the top of my head that does. Obviously it seems like a board clear would, but these Deathrattles are really, really strong. And he was 1 mana off of having Dragonfire Potion plus Shadow Word Death. Could have been Pint-Sized Potion, Shadow Word Horror, Shadow Word Death, I guess.
Not quite.
Okay. So we get to 13 him here. I don't want to play Lich King though, because like I said, Shadow Reaper Anduin is a really strong follow-up to this. So let's just do this. We have a 3/7 that doesn't die to the battle cry of Shadow Reaper Anduin. Oh, he still has that Death Knight card, doesn't he? Kinda forgot about that. Oh well, probably not that big a deal. So he lost his heal. I kind of feel like I can just jam some damage in his general face direction, and he'll probably die pretty easily. I can do 10 this turn. I leave up a Rallying Blade and have a Consecration in hand. That is if I play the Blade plus the Blessing of Kings. Can also just slam Uther. Slamming Uther leaves him at 5, and he doesn't have an obvious heal, so seems like that would probably be pretty good. Or we can hit him for 3, he goes down to 10. Play Lich King. Probably not quite as strong. Let's just jam some damage with Uther. And I think the main reason to do this is just given the way this game is played out, it's been a really emote heavy game, and this gives me 6 new emotes, and I think that's pretty important.
There is only my justice now.
Your magic shall not
Fall by my hand. There is only my
Yeah. I think I was gonna win no matter what, but it was really a matter of just getting out those last like 3 or 4 emotes. I think those were important.